Welcome, everyone. Today, we will embark on a historical journey through Rogers Pass, a key route through the Selkirk Mountains in British Columbia, Canada. This pass holds a rich history, marked by exploration, engineering marvels, and tragic events. Let's begin our journey. Our story begins in the early 19th century, when the fur trade was at its peak. European explorers were venturing into the rugged terrains of Western Canada. However, it wasn't until 1881 that Major A.B. Rogers, a surveyor for the Canadian Pacific Railway (CPR), was commissioned to find a viable route through the Selkirk Mountains. Major Rogers, an experienced explorer, faced immense challenges. The Selkirk Mountains were treacherous, with dense forests, steep slopes, and heavy snowfall. After a grueling search, he finally discovered the pass that would later bear his name on May 29, 1881. The discovery of Rogers Pass was a pivotal moment for the CPR. It provided a critical link for the Transcontinental Railway, connecting eastern Canada with the Pacific coast. Construction began shortly after the discovery, but it was no easy task. The construction crews faced numerous obstacles, including harsh weather, avalanches, and difficult terrain. The most significant challenge was the deep snow, with snowfall exceeding 10 meters in some areas. Despite these difficulties, the railway was completed in 1885, marking a monumental achievement in Canadian history. On November 7, 1885, the first train passed through Rogers Pass. It was a moment of triumph, symbolizing the unification of Canada. The railway brought growth and prosperity to the region, facilitating trade and travel. However, the celebration was short-lived. Rogers Pass was notorious for its avalanches. The winter of 1910 was particularly devastating. On March 4th, an avalanche buried a work crew, killing 58 men. This tragedy highlighted the need for better safety measures. In the rugged landscape of Rogers Pass, the construction and maintenance of the Canadian Pacific Railway came with significant risks. The most harrowing of these risks was the threat of avalanches. Today, we remember the tragic event of 1910, when an avalanche claimed the lives of 58 men, marking one of the deadliest days in the history of Canadian railroads. The winter of 1910 was particularly harsh. Heavy snowfall blanketed the Selkirk Mountains, and avalanches were a constant danger. The Canadian Pacific Railway had crews working tirelessly to keep the tracks clear, ensuring the safe passage of trains through Rogers Pass. On March 4, 1910, a large avalanche struck, blocking the tracks and trapping a westbound passenger train near the summit of Rogers Pass. Crews were immediately dispatched to clear the snow and rescue the stranded passengers. Led by Foreman John Anderson, a crew of 63 men worked through the night to clear the tracks. The team comprised railway workers and Japanese laborers who were skilled in snow clearing. As they toiled under the cold and dark conditions, they were unaware of the impending disaster. At 12:30 a.m. on March 5, 1910, tragedy struck. A second, even larger avalanche descended from the opposite side of the valley. It swept down the mountainside with incredible force, burying the rescue team under tons of snow, ice, and debris. The avalanche was so powerful that it destroyed trees and structures in its path. The scene was one of devastation. Of the 63 men working to clear the tracks, only 5 survived. The remaining 58 men were buried under the snow, including Foreman John Anderson. Rescue efforts were hindered by the ongoing avalanche risk and the sheer volume of snow. The loss of 58 men was a devastating blow to the community and the Canadian Pacific Railway. Many of the victims were Japanese laborers who had come to Canada seeking work and a better life. Their families and colleagues mourned their loss, and the tragedy highlighted the dangerous conditions faced by railway workers. In the years following the disaster, efforts were made to remember and honor the men who lost their lives. A monument was erected near the site of the avalanche, bearing the names of the victims. The memory of their sacrifice continues to be honored by the community and those who travel through Rogers Pass. The 1910 avalanche disaster led to significant changes in how the Canadian Pacific Railway managed avalanche risks. In 1916, the Connaught Tunnel was completed, providing a safer route through the Selkirk Mountains by bypassing the most avalanche-prone sections of Rogers Pass. This tunnel was a crucial step in improving the safety and reliability of the railway. The story of the 1910 avalanche at Rogers Pass is a somber reminder of the perils faced by those who built and maintained Canada's transcontinental railway. Their sacrifice is not forgotten, and their legacy lives on in the safer, more secure routes that now traverse the Selkirk Mountains. As we travel through Rogers Pass today, we remember the bravery and dedication of the men who gave their lives in the pursuit of progress. Rogers Pass remained a vital transportation route, and with the advent of the automobile, it became part of the Trans-Canada Highway. Opened in 1962, the highway offered a scenic yet challenging route through the Selkirk Mountains, attracting tourists from around the world. Today, Rogers Pass is a bustling route for both rail and road traffic. The railway now uses the Mount Macdonald Tunnel, opened in 1988, to further enhance safety and efficiency. Meanwhile, the Trans-Canada Highway continues to be a popular route for travelers. Rogers Pass is also part of Glacier National Park, established in 1886. Managed by Parks Canada, the park preserves the natural beauty and historical significance of the area. Visitors can explore the park's rich history at the Rogers Pass Discovery Center. Rogers Pass stands as a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. From Major Rogers' daring exploration to the engineering marvels of the railway and highway, it embodies the spirit of adventure and determination. As we conclude our journey, we remember the challenges overcome and the lives lost, honoring the legacy of Rogers Pass. Thank you for joining us on this historical journey through Rogers Pass. We welcome any questions or comments you may have. We extend our gratitude to Parks Canada and the Canadian Pacific Railway Archives for their invaluable resources and historical records. Thank you for your attention. We hope you enjoyed this presentation on the history of Rogers Pass. Safe travels on your own journeys.